welcome back to An Actor's Notebook. Um, so we're still in New York, of course, and I had I decided not to shoot behind the scenes for the extra that I just did because I didn't want to get in trouble. So I didn't take you behind the scenes there. Like I had initially, I was like, I'm gonna be ballsy and I'm gonna break the rules, but like you can't even really have your phone out, so I wasn't sure how. I just didn't. I just connected with people on set and just like did my business, um, but yeah, I mean, I can talk to you guys about that experience if you want. Comment that one below and I can tell you about that experience. Is not really what I had planned to talk to you guys about today, um, just because I feel like a lot of people have been extras before. So I mean, I can talk to you about the experience of being an extra. I can even talk to you about being like doing guest stars or recurring roles. I can talk to you guys about that. If you're interested in seeing a vlog about that, I can talk to you guys about that whole experience and stuff like that. Just put it in the comments if you're interested in hearing about that. You guys don't really comment, but if you want, do it, or maybe I'll just do it anyway. If you guys don't respond, maybe I'll do it anyway. I don't feel the need to do it because I feel like most people understand that experience or have done some of that work before. At least everyone I pretty much know has. I don't know, maybe. Put it in the comments down below. Today I'm going to tell you about what we're going to be doing for the rest of the day because it's pretty cold outside. And so I came back to the apartment because it's freezing. Like, it's freezing. And I had already worked and did what I had to do for the gig. So I might go to a studio later on tonight and rehearse because I have some self-tapes that I have to send, and so I'm gonna get some of my film friends to help me do that self-tape, but I want to rehearse for it beforehand so that I can be prepared and get just get some practice on my own. Sorry, it was just a lighting switch. I'm sorry it's kind of dark. I just don't want to turn the lights on. Conserve a little bit of energy, so I'm by the window because we still have some sun out. Mostly it's foggy and depressing. There was sun earlier today, I swear. It's just now like foggy and depressing and cold. But yeah, so I actually did want to spend some time talking to you guys because I just saw something on Instagram. Someone who used to go to school with me is now on the new BET show, The Oval. I think it's on BET Plus or just regular BET, I'm not sure. But he went to Tyler Perry's opening for his new huge and beautiful studio. Him and a couple of my other friends are and people who I knew before went there. But he recently shared something that another cast member of his posted on Instagram, and she posted something that happened, she recorded this a year ago, and it was her basically recording to herself. I don't know why she recorded it, but recording to herself crying and saying that because in this business you have tough times. You have times where you're not getting anything, and then you have times where everything's really working for you and you're super busy, and then you have those moments again where you don't get anything. So I guess it was one of those hard times where she had just gotten off her day job. We all have day jobs. And she was just crying because you put so much into this. You put so much into your art and being an actor. You put so much money and time and so much of your energy, and honestly I don't feel like people completely understand how tough you have to be to want to go into this business. Not even just you have to be mentally prepared, because you'll go through, like, honestly, there's a quote that says, um, like, as an actress or in the arts, you are rejected more times in a day than most people are in their entire lifetime. And that's true. Like, you have to go, like, you're told you're not good enough, you're told you're not pretty enough, you're told you're not skinny enough, you're told that while you're great, you're just not great for this part. Like, you're told everything in the book, like everything in the book, and it can sometimes really just be too much if you're not mentally strong enough. And even if you are mentally strong, sometimes it still hurts. Like, and sometimes it's just easier to give up. But if you truly love it, you can't give up. So now you're in this dilemma where you're like, screw it, I don't want to do this anymore, but yet you can't stop doing it. So yeah, she was just filming and she was just crying and she was like, I know that there's a plan for my life. Like, I'm religious. She was religious, and she was like, she knew that God had a plan. Some people just believe in the universe. Some people believe in all types. Everyone believes in different things. It's whatever, you know, it's up to you. It's your life, your beliefs. You believe whatever you want. But she was like, I know I have a plan for my life, and I know that, like, I wouldn't have this passion if I wasn't meant to, like, use it and show it and give it to other people. And she was just crying. She was like, it's hard to trust that everything's going to end up okay, and it's hard to believe that you're on the right path. And so she did that video like a year ago, or less than a year ago. Yeah, less than a year ago. And now she's on this new television show on BET, which is, for those of you who don't know, is the Black Entertainment Television. And it's produced and written and everything by Tyler Perry. It's one of his new shows, The Oval and Sisters, on BET Plus. I believe it's BET Plus. And I was just watching this, and it's just crazy to think. And she was like, I never really show my highs and lows, but this was a low for her. And now she's at her high. And I just thought that was so amazing and so beautiful. And I also, I mean, even when you're getting things, like me right now, I have great opportunities ahead of me. I'm so excited. You guys know I was so hungry to act. Like, I was just so hungry. Like, it's like breathing, and I have to do it, and it just helps my soul. And so when I'm doing it, I feel so alive. And when you don't do it for a while, you feel like part of you is dying, like, honestly. And I'm not trying to get you guys down. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest with you. So, and even now I'm doing these little things, you know, but I just had a moment where I was like, crap, this is hard. Like, just a couple minutes ago, before I watched that video, I was like, crap, this is hard. And I was like borderline tears. And it's not like I'm not acting. I am right now. And maybe not to the extent that I want. I might not have everything I want, but at least, like, I'm having opportunities, which is, I know, more than other people. But but I don't know, man. Sometimes, like, you just expect your life to be you expect things to happen in your life at a certain time, and you have it all planned out, and then it doesn't. And then, like me, I feel like I'm constantly, like, pushing and hunting and trying to get, like, these roles, and pushing myself harder and harder and harder and harder. And I also watched this YouTube video with Jessica Alba, and she was talking about how when she was at the peak of her career, she never got caught up in the Hollywood, like, lights and everything like that, because she was so used to getting rejected that she just assumed that it will all go away. And I think that you can come out. That's Emily. I think that something that I think that's the mentality of an actor. You're just always prepared for something, to lose something, that sometimes you don't stay in the season that you're in and just enjoy. Um, but I also believe that, like, everything's a season. So maybe you have your seasons, and I mean, I'm not here to say how long a season lasts, but maybe you have a season where you don't get anything, and then you have a season where you get everything, and then you have a season where you're enjoying, like, the benefits of everything, all of your hard work, you know. So I think it's just important to know what season you're in the moment, um, and even enjoy the struggle, you know. I say that often. Enjoy the times when you're working really hard, because this is what's building you for that moment where you can enjoy everything. Like, if you haven't had this much struggle, if you didn't have it be so hard for you to get your roles, if you didn't have those moments where you were breaking, then those moments when you actually get everything that you've been working so hard for, I mean, it's just going to be that much sweeter, because you understand, you know, what it's like to have nothing, or to want your dream and to finally have it, you know. It's crazy. It's crazy to think of, you know, people who were amazing and fabulous, like Meryl Streep or Viola Davis, Kate Winslet, or any of those people, to think that they were one point or another just like us. Here's something I think everyone should realize, remember, and keep with you. I always think, I just saw the Harriet Tubman movie. Great, maybe I'll do a review, but that's side note. But here's something I think everyone should take with you and know. The people that inspire me are Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Nelson Mandela, Maya Angelou. All of these people were so great and beautiful and powerful, and I, just like them, we're all human beings. We all have the same capacity. I have the capacity to be as great as they are. I mean, they could do it. They were regular people just like me. They were just human beings who fully lived in their truth, who focused their energy on making the world better, and they were strong and steadfast in their beliefs. And I feel like I can do anything, because the greatest people in the world, the people who I look up to, they're just like me. And they were able to do it, and they had way more stuff going against them. Like, to be honest with you, like Harriet Tubman went back into slavery to feed more slaves, knowing good and well that she could die. You know, and for me, I don't think this is like a life or death thing. You know, I feel like it's just living, like chasing your dream. What's the worst that could happen? You fail, but at least you got to say you chased it. You know, at least, like, the experiences that I've had, just like trying to chase my dream, are crazy. Like, I've been to Amsterdam, I've lived in San Francisco, I met so many amazing people, I learned so many different trades just from doing different jobs or trying to get different jobs, and that's all part of my season of struggling. And through that, some great things have come about. So I just think, I don't know, I guess I just wanted to talk to you guys about it, because even right now I'm struggling, and I was literally like, this is just so hard, because even when you have a job, you're constantly looking for another one, because there's no job security in this business. And right now, my little jobs are very small. Some of them, one of them I could get signed for a couple months, which is great. Another one I get for a couple weeks. Another one, you know, extras jobs is just like 10 hours max, you know. But the pressure of constantly looking for one. I don't know, man. It's just like I try so hard, and so I just had a moment where I was like, man, this is hard. But it's good to remember that this is a season, and eventually you will get to your final destination, you know? But right now, I just have to enjoy the ride, even though sometimes it's hard, and even though sometimes it makes you cry, and it hurts you. You need to feel that. Feel it in all of its glory, because that pain is the pain of someone who gave a damn and tried and chased something. And that feeling is something that not everyone will experience because they're too afraid to. So yeah. While I'm here, I also wanted to talk to you guys about some questions that I've been getting a lot on Instagram. So I wanted to answer some of those just on the vlog, just so that you guys know, because I get a lot of questions, and I get a lot of comments about mostly Actors Access and Backstage, and which one I like better truly, and all this kind of stuff, and which ones I've gotten jobs from, and if I got jobs, or if it's all rigged, and all this other kind of stuff. And I'm just gonna answer some of those questions right now. I've been lucky to have opportunities from both Actors Access and Backstage. A majority of them have come from Backstage, but I've had Backstage longer than I've had Actors Access. I've had Actors Access for maybe 2-3 months, and I've gotten things from there. You get like a little no reply message. It shows up in your emails, and then you go over there and you see your audition, and you can take it, or you just answer one of their questions for one of their messages, or like, I mean, I've gotten stuff from Actors Access. I've gotten more stuff from Backstage, but I've just had Backstage longer, so I don't know how to compare. I wouldn't say that it's rigged because I've gotten stuff from it. So, I mean, maybe when people say that it's rigged, and I've asked some people this, they're talking about the price, and some people are talking about the price, or they're talking about the glitches that I talked about in one of my vlogs, which I'll link down below so that you can go see that. But they're talking about like mostly the price, because there's certain deals that happen at certain times, so you need to know which deal to use at certain times. And I guess you can just stalk the page for like a good year so that you know when the good deals are. I think that's what you can do. But as far as it like being like a place where you don't actually get roles, I've gotten roles and I don't have an agent. Some people say you need an agent to get roles on Actors Access, but I don't have an agent and I've gotten roles. So, and I haven't just gotten roles that are student films, which I don't know why people have a problem with student films. Student films are good to have on your resume. They are. And then you absolutely have no idea who that person is going to be in the future. Like, I have some people who I know who have worked with, like, I did a student film with them, and the next thing you know, they're working with one of the hotshot new directors as like an apprentice or an assistant director or something like that. And I've had them introduce me to people. So I mean, you don't know. There's nothing wrong with a student film. Guarantee you that there's nothing wrong with a student film, and some of them are even paid, and some of them are even sponsored by like major directors, and you're getting paid for that, and you're also getting that connection with a major director. So I don't know why people have a problem with student films, or they act like they're above applying for student films. Apply for student films. You have no idea. Like, if you're an actor who loves to act. Now, if you can't afford to do any student films, or maybe there's no student films in your area and you have to fly out, I wouldn't do all of that for a student film. Like, I wouldn't necessarily fly to a different state unless it's being sponsored by like a really cool like director, which I have done that before. But yeah, so also I've had I've had jobs come from Actors Access that are like major jobs that aren't just student films, that are short. I had short films, some Netflix film stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff there, and I feel like you don't have to. I don't have an agent, so I don't think you have to have an agent to get those opportunities. I do feel like, and I have gotten more roles since I paid the extra money to put some of my reels on there. I would say it's worth the money. It's a lot. Like you're paying already for, like I have a year subscription. So you're paying for that year subscription, but I don't really worry about that money anymore because I already paid for it, you know? But then you're paying $22 a minute for any reels. So I just pick some of my best stuff and shorten it and let them see the preview version. And then you're also paying extra for any extra photographs. But you get work, so I mean, save up your money and just do it. Honestly, I think I wouldn't do the extra photographs all the time. Like I have like 2, maybe 3. Get 2, 3 versatile ones and then you're good, and those don't really even cost that much, but it's just kind of like you don't really need that many. But for the reels, I think you should, if you need to get an extra job, get an extra job to just do like a little small babysitting job or something, so that you can get those like $44, maybe 2-minute reels, you know, $44, so that you can upload a reel. I mean, it's stuff you got to do for your art. But yeah, I don't have an agent. I'm still getting stuff, so I don't think that's true. At least from my experience, everyone has their own experience. Everyone has their own like genre as well, that they act in. Some people don't want to do films. Some people want to do stand-up comedy. Some of you are dancers. Some of you are exclusively musical theater. So on that end, I don't know. It's all up to you. I'm just telling you my truth. I've gotten stuff from both. So I've had Backstage for longer. I will. And I also love the community aspect of Backstage that Actors Access doesn't have. But yeah. So, and I've also gotten questions about, yeah, most of my questions for some reason are about Actors Access and Backstage. I guess I did do that Actors Access versus, like, the Actors Access versus Backstage, and like 500, I don't know, a lot of people have seen it, so, and they'll just Instagram me from that. But I have also gotten questions about like headshots and where I got my headshots from. I actually took my headshot pictures when I was in San Francisco. The latest ones were when I was in San Francisco, and I paid like $160, and I got so many shots. Normally, for a good one, you might want to pay $500. I got it for $160, and everyone loves my headshots, except for one casting lady. But everybody else loved it. So I feel like if you got a person who knows what they're doing, and you know how to make your makeup and everything look good, and you are good, you also have to be like photogenic in some sense. Like if you're very photogenic, you'll get like your pictures in like the first 10 shots. I've always been told that I was photogenic. I don't know why. I used to model, so maybe that was it, when I was a child. But yeah, I guess, I don't know, I get my pictures really fast, easy. I don't have to pay for so much time. I do recommend that if you are doing the 500, then 500 usually includes like 3 outfit changes. My 160 included 2 outfit changes, which is, but if you're doing those outfit changes, one thing that I should have done is, maybe if you're African American or whatever, put your like natural hair or a wig or something, if that works for you. If it doesn't, then just pay another $160 to do 2 different ones where you're wearing your natural hair. But yeah, so that's what I did for my headshots. And I also made sure that it was a neutral background. There wasn't a background that was outside, because I have so many casting directors talk to me and they're like, oh my gosh, I love that you have a neutral background. I hate it when people have backgrounds where there's like cars and even though if it's blurry, like even if it's blurry, but if they see the trees, they're like, I don't understand why you have that. I don't need that. Like, they get really uptight about it and really upset. And I've had multiple casting directors tell me that. So I highly recommend you just pick a nice solid background and do one indoors. But that's just me. Yeah, so I just wanted to answer some of those questions, because those are the questions that I get most in my Instagrams over and over again. And also, I'm sorry guys if it takes me a while to reply to your Instagrams, because I don't see them. Like, to be honest, I don't see the messages. I just got Instagram like a couple months ago. So, I don't really understand it. And it took me a while to find out like that the messages are where the messages were, to be honest with you. And then I found it, and sometimes I just don't get alerts for you guys' messages because I don't follow you back, so it doesn't alert me. But once I see that you guys message me, I'll message back, and maybe I'll even follow you back. It depends. Some people I have followed back, some people I haven't. It's just sometimes I forget, to be honest. I just got Instagram. It takes me some time. But yeah, it's getting a little later, so I might go to the studio. I think I'm gonna eat first and then go to the studio and warm up and work on my auditions, my slides for my auditions. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys for a second and update you, and yeah, just share my thoughts. So actually, you know what, I might end this vlog right now, because I just realized that I've been talking to you guys for a while. So I might end this vlog here, and then in the next vlog you'll see me in the studio, and then maybe I'll do the studio, self-tapes, city stuff, all in one vlog. I'll probably do that. So I'm gonna leave you guys right here, and I'll see you next week.